Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to episode 94 of the Casual Weebs podcast. So much has been going on. So much has been happening. It has been absolutely insane, spectacular, and there's a shitload of drama, a lot of which we actually covered last week. We dropped a JJK video exclusive to it, talking about episodes 3 and 4 primarily, but we also got into, because they were pretty controversial. We didn't talk too much about it in episode 4, but episode 4 was also widely hated by Japan, so there was a ton of controversy with that. Bro, they just didn't fuck with it. I don't know why. But then we also talk about Mappa, Netflix, that collab, which is going to be interesting. But what we didn't talk about is that Oshinoko Season 3 is on Crunchyroll. That is fucking dope. I'm hyped for that.
Finally.
Dude, Oshinoko for Seasons 1 and 2 were actually pretty solid. People complain about, the manga, but so far the anime, it's been hitting and it's been really nice. So getting Season 3 on Crunchyroll, I think is going to be awesome. And then also, some of these animes are just dropping such incredible fucking seasons. We gotta talk about it. Frieren is back. Episodes 1 and 2 are out. What do you think of Frieren being back so far?
Dude, it just picked up right where it left off. I'm maybe 2 or 3 minutes in and you're just such a fun anime to sit back, chill on the couch, just relax and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And the comedy is so good when she's talking about the stone they find and how much it's worth, and they're all like, "Oh, holy shit!" And then Fern, of course, you were rich. It's over. We did it. And then Fern is like, "Yeah, that would be total trouble." As mages, we can't bring that along.
Mm-hmm.
And then the scene cuts to them walking around the corner, and you just see this monster grow. Damn. The little stuff like that, it makes Frieren so fun, so good to watch. And I thought the second episode was really cool too. The hero of the South, we got a lot more backstory and kind of a little bit more about Himmel, who's the hero, but you're getting more information about the people who all really made the whole previous journey happen. So they do a great job too of giving you backstory, but not making the whole episode just about that. They do a great job of seamlessly kind of telling you the backstory, but telling you the current story too.
Well, what's kind of insane too is that we kind of talked about in season 1, Himmel, throwing no shade, kind of a fraud. Because no, not in a bad way. He's a great dude. Obviously he's a hero, especially in our hearts. You know what I mean? But his sword, remember, he was never able to pull it out of the rocks. It was deemed that the hero to defeat the Demon King was able to do that, and he failed. He's like, you know what? Well, then I'll do it without it. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be a hero. And he had a replica that he used, so everyone thought he pulled it out. So it's Himmel was the hero that wasn't supposed to be, right? He was the hero that was born from hopes and dreams, really, and just not giving up. Everything was saying that he's not that guy. It was just so cool because you have the hero of the South who was the world's strongest hero. That's a genuine hero. That's someone who's born to be a hero. He has these skills. He has the fucking attributes. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's hey, tell Himmel I'm gonna carve him a path, right? I'm dude, that goes hard. That's a fucking line.
Oh.
Yo, I'll pave the way, brother. Telling him from the future. Okay, bro. That's insane.
That shit was so tough. That line hit hard. I'll carve him the path. And then it just shows him, taking out demons and, being badass. It was damn. Just a random character drop, and you're yo, this guy is sick.
Yeah.
But it fits into the lore super well. This is, the perfect, small example. And, of course, it's, right out of the second season, right out of the gates. But, it shows you why the writing is so good. It's chill, and it's fun to watch. It's slice of lifey. But then at the same time, the story is incredibly well written. I thought the line where he's I'll carve you a path and you be the hero, but make sure you tell Himmel this when you see him.
Yeah.
And you could see how Himmel feels about it. He kind of knows maybe that he's not a fraud, but he's on fraud watch for sure.
Well, it's also knowing that someone's sacrificing their life so you can get the job done. It's a lot of pressure, and also it's kind of hard to hear because Himmel's probably yo, bro, you should have the tools to be able to achieve it. Why did you have to die for me? Little old me.
Right.
Which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that there were a lot of people probably that were attached to Frieren or had a relationship with her, and they knew this is the way it would go and what they had to do to kind of set this party up for success. So
yeah,
I think that's really cool, and it just is good world building too. You have these side characters that you don't devote episodes and episodes to, but they still have a good role and impact in the story. And again, that's part of why I love Frieren. But yeah, Hero of the South, badass dude. Also kind of cool design, the
mustache.
French yeah, the mustache. You don't really get that a lot in anime. I just thought the character design was kind of cool for him because you see him from the back for such a large part of it. Then it's guy's kind of sick.
Yeah, he's a little goated. Dude, honestly, I can see... So, a lot of people... There's a lot of controversy, by the way, with Frieren coming into this because they had a change in director from Season 1. So, everyone's alright, bet. Hopefully it's not going to be fucking shit. It's not going to be mid. There's a lot of people that hate Frieren. And honestly, I understand why, right? Because Frieren has those moments that is, peak shonen moments. Like those fights that just go so fucking hard. You know what I mean? Those lines that are just so cold. Like in season one, when Frieren's like, Aura, kill yourself. You know what I mean? And then the demon who's been around for 500 years, right? One of those like great seven just ends her life because Frieren just is that fucking mage, like absolutely insane, right? You also have it with like, yo, I'll pave him, I'll cut him a path, you know what I mean, like shit like that. So like you see clips of Frieren and you're like, yo, this probably goes like super hard. This is amazing. But like Frieren is for the people who like a lot of different genres because it has a lot mixed into one. It's a slice of life. It's like
Yeah.
slower paced. Like Frieren's all about enjoying the journey, right? You even talk about it when him and Frieren and the group went into like dungeons and he cleared it. They're like, hey, we didn't explore the whole thing. Like let's walk around. Even though we got the main loot or defeated the boss, like let's check the whole thing out. It's all about the journey and the side quests and everything else leading to the end goal. That's what they even said. Hey, you gonna sail with us? Like, nah, we're gonna walk and we're gonna go on a little side trip. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some stories when we meet up with you guys. And that's exactly how the anime is portrayed. It's not about from point A to point B. It's not about that objective, that goal. It's about like this journey and the stories and the people we meet along the way, which is why it's so wonderfully told. But that's why people will hate it because they'll think, oh, it's this badass like action anime, and it's like way slower paced than you want. It also does a really good job where it has some of the best writing and is comedic as fuck. Like the start to the season reminds me a lot of Konosuba, especially when they find the precious gem. Like, yo, we're fucking loaded. Let's fucking go. And then you have the reasonable person being like, guys, like reasonably, we cannot bring this with us. You know what I mean? Even when they get trapped in that cave and like Frieren even says it. She's like, "Hey, don't forget. I remember you making the old hag comment, like the star.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, had me dying, bro. There's so many like little comedic things, and like it's funny too because like as well paced, as well like brought out the beginning of season two has been, right? We've been getting introduced to a lot of new characters, the hero of the South, like so much shit. It is just so good. Like it has so much insane action as well. Like the sword demon, bro, that was a fucking sick fucking fight. I love that. That was awesome in episode two. Like we're getting that in the second episode. You know what I mean? Like, bro, Frieren's
Yeah.
back, and it's just in full effect. Like it's absolutely insane. That's why if you like a lot of different animes, a lot of different genres, Frieren is just a beautiful blend of them all. It's so good, and you also have the romance in there. You know what I mean? Like when I say it's like a beautiful blend of like all of the genres, it really is.
Dude, that's the perfect way to put it. It really does kind of hit everything
Mm-hmm.
and anything all at once, but like it's done well. It's not like forced.
Yeah.
Like you're exactly right. Whatever type of anime you like, I feel like Frieren does have moments for you, but like you also have to kind of be patient and like truly watch the full episode, like how things play out. It's literally called Beyond Journey's End. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's about the journey. I think that point you make might seem simple, but like it's literally the fucking truth. Like it's all about the journey and like the trip between point A and point B and what happens in between. And it literally just hit the ground running. Episode 1 and 2 picked up exactly where, a finalist for Anime of the Year, season 1, left off. So I think
Yeah.
they did a great job. And yeah, it's episode 2 and we got another badass fight. Like we are so back.
Bro, Stark is such a fucking beast. I love
Yes.
that character. Bro, he's the GOAT. I absolutely love him. He's so funny, and he is just built to ass. He was absolutely fucking shit up, dude. It was just so fucking good. Like, I absolutely love that. And again, the cute moments, the romance with it, with him and Fern and stuff, it's just like, bro, it's just such a good anime. Great start. We already have 2 episodes, and it's like, already I'm like satisfied. I'm like, this is amazing. This season's gonna be phenomenal. I hope it's another 24 episode season. If it is, god damn, are we in for a treat? Because Frieren arcs have hit very hard. This is just like nothing right now. You know what I mean? Like when we actually get into it, like when they were doing the I forget what it was called. It was like the class A like mage test or whatever it was,
Yeah.
or like the first rate mages. Like that was sick. We met so many amazing mages and like so many insane moments. Abel, the green hair girl who just slices people in half. Oh, I miss her, dude. She's incredible character. But it's like I cannot wait for it to actually like start to get into some arcs and like its storytelling is phenomenal. I am kind of curious why they changed directors because I feel like season one was beautiful. It was done so well, and I feel like season two is going to be great as well. But it's like I don't know why they changed. I don't know if there was a problem or if they're just like, hey, let's just take a new direction. But Frieren's definitely that anime where if you don't like it, please just don't watch it. You'll never like it. It'll never do anything that you'll enjoy. And then if you love it, of course, it's made for you. It's perfect. So I don't know. I understand why people wouldn't like Frieren, but it's like, bro, just stop watching it. Then it's clearly just not for you. It's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like there's other animes like that, but I think Frieren brings the quality too, where you're like,
Mm-hmm.
as like an avid anime fan, you'd be like, ah, maybe this isn't for me, but like I can still appreciate the character design and
Yeah.
world building and story writing. Like Frieren is pretty like top tier as far as like quality and stuff and how good it is. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason to trash Frieren because as far as quality goes, I would put Frieren like up there as one of the better animes. And like I didn't know they changed directors, but
Mhm.
2 episodes in, which whatever that is, like 50 minutes or like an hour or whatever, I'm not like, damn, this feels way different or a different artistic direction. Like they kept it, the same as season one for the most part for what it feels like. And we're only 2 episodes in, but I definitely didn't feel like any jarring difference.
Yeah, dude, Friren's great because it feels like one of those animes where it's just like, oh, it's just a great watch. Nice, relaxing, cozy, enjoyable. But then it just has those moments where it's super suspenseful and just like action packed and like a thriller, and it's like, yo, like where did this come from, bro?
That's
And again, that's where people like see clips and like, oh, yo, this Frieren anime might hit, and then they watch it and like, this was way too slow. It's like, bro, it's not a shonen.
it's not a shonen, and I do the same thing. I've done it a bunch of times. Like I've hopped off shows or animes
Mm,
and then like resume them, and it's like, bro, if you had just watched 2 more episodes, you would have been locked in from the start. So like I try to like be careful of that myself, like really give an anime a chance. And like
yeah,
we talk about like the 3-4 episode rule, but if you're watching something that has like a much bigger sample size and like time to draw stuff out, Frieren is a perfect example. Maybe give it like 12 to 14 episodes and see how you feel about it.
well, that's the problem with us is that we sit there and like 3, 4 episodes. Let's give it like six. Let's really give it a chance. We really want it to succeed. And then we're like, oh, we did six. Might as well just finish out the season, no?
We're halfway
Dude,
there,
that's
bro.
what we always fucking do. And then we get to the season, we're like, yeah, that was fucking awful.
I know.
Why
But you know
did-
what? At least I feel like I could give that opinion and be like, well, yeah, because of this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
But like you watch the full sample of it, you watch the full season, and you're not just like, well, I didn't like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, we always know for sure, right? We really give it that shot. But an anime that has just been, honestly, in my opinion, lights out. I haven't heard a single bad thing. Like I said, some people were upset that Frieren's back. So not everyone likes Frieren, right? JJK, the community's all over the place, right? They're in shambles. One anime though that is just all fucking green flags. That is just all hype, all love, all excitement. Hell's fucking Paradise, bro.
Whoa.
Episodes 2 and 3 delivered, bro. I'm skipping ahead like hella a lot here. Gabimaru with his warm up, and he's just like, "Yo, you 4, you 5, let's go." And they're like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, bro,
Immediately offended, bro. Immediately pisses everybody off.
Yeah.
He's just like, "All right, yeah, let's get it."
he's like, I just need to like loosen up, guys. It's been a while. I was hurt. I just got my memories back. Like, I just need something to like get me a little loose. How about these 5 trained killers who are just ruthless, merciless, and highly skilled? You guys will be a good warm up. And they're like sitting there like, yo, are you fucking for real? Like, you're gonna just like take us that lightly? And then he just works them. They didn't even land a hit. He was just fucking. It's like, yeah, the guy remembers back. Like, you give that guy his memories. If he remembers his wife, you will never remember again because you'll be dead. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Because somebody needs to tattoo his wife to his like his arm or something. Because like, bro, like it's a different game he's playing when that kind of shit happens. But honestly, so much has happened in the past 2 episodes. We have the tree guy. Wait, Loki. Oh, so the
Trying to find his name.
I meant to do his
Oh,
actual
no,
tree.
the tree
Groot.
dude. The tree dude. Yeah, the actual tree guy. Groot. Yeah, yeah.
Bro, it was so funny when they were like talking to him and he was like explaining like because dude, we got so much lore these past 2 episodes about like how the island was literally created and what's on the island and the purpose of the island. We got all of this like lore of like what's actually going on, like the beginning of time for this kind of shit. And it was insane that he was like, yeah, there's a lot of monsters on this island. People keep showing up and getting like knocked down. He's like, and he starts like looking around. He's like, yo, like come to think of it, like you guys have come here and like slaughtered everything, like even some of like the Tengen and shit. Like, what the fuck? He's like, I think you guys are monsters that might be able to like change this place. It's like, yeah, bro, like you got monsters on this island for sure, but the people who pulled up, they're worse. Like Gabimaru is fucking scarier than anything on that island. Anyone in that group is scarier than anything on the island. It's insane. Like they're 100% gonna change down and maybe even destroy it because from what you can tell, it's kind of like loosely put together in a way.
Yeah, it's a little bit like conspicuous, I guess, but they do a great job of like bringing in like the supporting cast and the other characters and making them relevant to like the crux of the story. Like not the tree guy, not Groot, but Chobe, who like also has this like ability related to the island. That's a whole other thing. Oh God, guy's life is just terrible.
Oh my god,
You
clapping
have to have
fucking
sex.
immortal ass? That's insane.
Gotta have sex with some gorgeous, immortal, shape-shifting, gender-bending plant woman thing. I don't know what it is. Then he's like, I prefer to be on top. Get down. It was like, oh, all right, Chobe's fucking, he's in it. He's committed. I thought that shit was like it was cool. Like it was well done, and like he didn't really have a choice because the purple haired dude, I think his name is Rien,
Mm-hmm.
he would have just smashed you again. Their fight was kind of cool, but it definitely showed you like the power gap between Chobe and Rien. So like my man really didn't have a choice here but to lay pipe. So good for Chobe. Great problem to have.
Yeah.
But also like I like that he is exploring that like side of the story rather than just forcing the main cast through an adventure to do that. So Chobe seems pretty important to me, but his fight with Gabby Morrow, dude, so good, so vicious, so brutal. To like come to this point where like you kind of feel things changing
Mm-hmm.
was really sick. But dude, I loved the instance when Gabby Mars is like, all right, like I need all of you to like actually try and kill me. Like you're here to kill me. I'm a criminal. Make sure you kill me.
Yeah.
And they all are like, how easy that would be. And then they find out, actually not. Gabby Maru is him. So that
Right.
was kind of a cool scene. In the big muscular dude who like cut his arm off in season 1.
Love that
He
guy.
cracks me up.
Yeah.
Dude, such a good character. I love him as part of the cast, and I feel like he's a little understated by like the fandom or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
dude, excellent character, very good.
So I absolutely love the blonde guy. I think he's awesome, dude. I think so many of the characters are so fucking good because they're all like super unique. Like I love them. Like I can't
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, I like dislike this character. Like in the group, like they're all like so fucking cool for like their own reasons. So like Hell's Paradise does a phenomenal job with character building and design. Absolutely incredible. But like from what I understand, that like Rio person, the purple hair person, they are
Yeah.
endgame. They are the
Yes.
strongest in the verse. Like there is no one that comes close. They are the end goal, the final boss. So the fact that we're like really starting to get to know them a lot, you know what I mean, and like be introduced to them, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see them fight like full on. But it's so funny because they're like, yeah, like you gotta have sex, right? And it's like, by the way, it's gonna heal you and make you stronger as well. And it's like, huh, like I wonder what to do in this situation. Like I fucking wonder, bro. Someone was talking about that too with Hell's Paradise. Like when you have like a new power system and like you want to get stronger, it's usually through like pain. You know what I mean? Through like extreme
Training.
hard work. Yeah, or like some insane fight. And like Hell's Paradise, they fuck. That's how they get stronger.
Ochu Jutsu. It's like, nah, my man's like, yeah, you like get on your back. I like being on top. I'm trying to heal. It's like, all right. I don't dislike this power system for some reason. But
It's
like
crazy. It
it
works.
fits
Yeah.
like the narrative of like Tao
Mm-hmm.
and this power system we have. I hate to say it, but like it does fit very well. Fucking rejuvenates the soul and the Tao, I guess.
And it's crazy too because we have kind of like our not, I don't want to say like two main characters, but like our two like heroes, quote unquote, our two strong guys, which is Gabby Morrow and the blonde haired dude, right? They're both clearly like two of the strongest right now, right? And they seem like the best available to take on the purple haired dude. They're going two different routes of how to get stronger and better. You know, blonde haired dude's fucking, which is what they literally talk about. That's how they practice and how they grow stronger and heal and shit. And then Gabby Mara is taking the like solo, like I'm gonna figure it out on my own type of route. So it's kind of cool too how they both have this insane abilities, right? And they're like taking two different routes to get stronger as well. I think that that's cool. It's like two different pathways to the same end goal.
You make a really great point. Like I think one of the best parts about Hell's Paradise is that you have two different groups, like Saigiri or whatever her name is, the like protector or whatever, when she comes in with Gabby Maru.
Yeah.
Her group versus the other group. You have Gabby Maru and then you have Chobe. So we're getting like multiple perspectives on like
Mm-hmm.
Tao, how to heal and like become stronger and stuff. And they're all getting a different angle of it, but as the reader, you kind of have this like omniscient like viewpoint where like you're learning from each group, but not all of them have that same perspective. I think that's a really great writing tool that makes like all the characters in Hell's Paradise really feel like pertinent to the story.
Bro, I also fucking loved that as well. When Gabby Mara was being healed and she was like kind of on top of him and kind of like messing with him, being like, dude, you have like no power, like you're so fucking weak, like this feels like payback. I fucking love how they finally have like a male female like character dynamic where like it's just genuine friends. Like people were like, oh my god, wait, is there like a romance scene there? It's like, no, dude, the entire end goal is for him to get back to his wife. He cares about no one but his wife. You know what I mean? Like they are just close. They are friends. They have the Tao that is like is compatible. You know what I mean? So like I like how for the first time you have that in a story where it's like, oh, this guy and girl can like be friends and be close, but they don't have to get together. Because we talk about that, especially when it comes to like the shonens and other animes. Whenever you have a male and female that are kind of like close, they always end up like, oh, full time skip at the end of the series. Oh, now they're married. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, they never had a date. You know what I mean? Like the main character doesn't always have to be with somebody. So I like how in Hell's Paradise they created that genuine friendship relationship.
Yeah, and like it still respects like the main crux of Gabby Maru's
Mm-hmm.
character, like to get back to his wife. Like it doesn't, you know, they're not like throwing women at him and trying to force this romance at him. Like,
They did in the beginning with the purple hair chick.
yeah, like they kind of do, but like he sees past that and
Mhm.
it's like a bigger, like goal, end game type thing.
Yeah.
He's not really looking for that romance. And like you're right, it is nice to have that like general platonic friendship, especially in a situation as crazy as this where they're trying to figure shit out about this crazy island, but also
Mhm.
like get back alive.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I mean, so far, one person made it back. Well, I think a couple. I think Gabimar's village chief did as well. But the one guy has finally touched base. We saw that at the end of the episode. That Gabimaru's like village. Some of the guys he's worked with. The one guy who escaped and was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, look at my prize," but never showed them. That we talked about like last episode. They have finally
Yeah,
touched the ground on the island. So I cannot wait to see those interactions. I talked about in the podcast prior that like, oh, Gabimaru doesn't have his memories. I don't think he'd get him back this quick. But like, what if he ends up thinking that he's still part of the village? You know what I mean? Or still like working for them? And like, what if he's an enemy? We're not getting that anymore, clearly. But seeing Gabimaru like his reunion with them is going to be interesting for sure.
yeah, dude, I can't wait to see where this goes and how like the village people fit into this
Mm-hmm.
because it's pretty like fucking chaotic at this point.
Yeah.
You throw them into the mix, you think about all the like memories and trauma and shit that Gabby Mara had to go through. It's not like they're super close or like related anymore. Like that could open up a whole different side of the plot. So
Mm-hmm.
like there's a ton of potential here, and like I just can't wait to see where it goes.
Dude, so beyond excited. What I'm also very excited for is Fire Force, bro. Absolute lore galore in the past two episodes, dude. Be honest, you've read it, you've read the manga. No spoilers here, but is Shinra actually Jesus? Like, what are we talking about? This virgin birth, this two virgin births. What is going on with that?
Dude, I love the way they did it. Honestly, I think it
Mm-hmm.
hits a little harder like when you have the anime to back up the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this episode with Show, like really kind of got that lore bomb that like Shinra is not just like super strong or like this important pillar. He's the fucking savior. He's literally the fucking
Mm-hmm.
like Jesus Christ figure in this story. And another, I feel like everybody who's like an anime fan, even if you're loosely an anime fan,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows the Soul Eater moon. Having that animated like Fire Force, I'm like, so
Yes.
sick, so good.
Dude, the way I celebrated when I saw it, I was like, it's
Yeah.
here, baby, bro. I fucking adore Soul Eater. Massive, massive, massive fan. So seeing that, oh my god, was I hyped. So fucking cool. We finally got it. Dude, done beautifully. And the way that they talked about it, too, was just fucking awesome.
Yeah, and they give it plenty of screen time and like
Yeah.
close-ups and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is the fan service we're talking about. This was
Oh,
awesome.
yes.
Now, Fire Force is off to a phenomenal start.
Hmm.
Benny Maru versus his old like chief, I thought
Yeah.
was really sick. And kind of how they break that down. I didn't really like once I caught up with Fire Force and everything, I didn't really give Conroe, like the other dude with Benny Maru, really ever give him any standing in the story, but like dude kind of knows his shit and it's pretty important to like
Yeah.
kind of dropping some of these like story points.
Hmm.
So I think between like his conversations with Conroe and the fight with Benny and his old boss, I forget the name of the move, but he was like, yeah, like you still can't pull this off. You're not that guy. And then it was like, oh yeah,
Is it like the Nichiren or something like that?
yeah, Nichiren or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, bro, you don't know who you're talking to. This ain't Kid Benny anymore. Like
Yeah.
that shit was so cool. Again, just another Benny Maru Glaze Fest, which if you're a Fire Force fan, you are always down for.
Dude, a Benny Mara fight is the fight. That's the only one we got this season. It's gonna be kind of a letdown, even though it was fucking awesome. Like the second he showed up
Yeah.
too, and Benny's like, "I gotta take care of this." We were all like, "Yes, it's
I love it.
fucking time."
Dude, so good. He's like, yeah, that shit is not my problem, bro. Don't give a fuck. And they look on the TV and it's like, ooh, that's your old chief, like your old boss. And he's like, this is my problem. I'm about to go out there and take care of this. Now it just like totally switches up.
He's like, "No one get in my way, bro. This is all me." It's like, yeah, I thought you were done, Benny. I thought you were fine. I thought you were taking a step back. So, dude, that fight was absolutely incredible. I love too how the cataclysm, the all the shit that's going on, like it's not what anybody thinks. It's such a total fucking mystery. Like no one knows exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes, dude.
It has to do with a lot of people's perceptions as well. Because they're like, "Yo, was he that strong?" And they're like, "He was strong, but he wasn't like destructive in like in his heart." You know what I mean? It was kind of like Benny's what would it be called? Like his admiration that was being projected. You know what I mean? That his old
Yeah.
boss was like so like huge, right? So strong, so powerful. So he came back that way, even though he wasn't as strong. He's like, "Yo, if the boss back then took on Benny now, he's getting fucking bitch slapped. Like he's getting walked.
No damage.
Yeah.
Also got killed by like a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old kid. I was like
That's
watching that. I
tough,
was like,
bro.
that's an L. That's a tough L to swallow. But like, it still fit like the narrative of it because he has to do what he has to do. It's like
I think he
he
let him do it. That's the thing. I think he let him do it.
he probably did because I was like, there's no fucking way some little kid's
Yeah.
running up on like Benny Maru with a knife. No.
Because the old guy even said it, like, you have to be fucking insane to do this shit, to bear the burden of that. Because he said, he's like, yo, we're not like the church. We're not doing
Yeah.
some, like, yeah, like some, like, exorcism or some shit. Like, we're killing people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that person turned into an infernal, we killed them, that's murder. Right? You have to be insane to be in this position because you have to, like, bear that burden. You need someone who's crazy enough to fucking go out and do this and then bear all of those lives of people that you love, care about, and swear to protect. You know what I mean? So it's like I think he kind of like knew the kid was kind of. Because he even said he's like you killed my mom. He's like yeah I did. He's like I had to. You know what I mean? It's not like he was like oh she was an infernal. He didn't make excuses. He kind of like owned up to it. So I think he was kind of just like accepting of it. You know what I mean? He was kind of accepting of the kid kind of just stabbing him. He's kind of like yo I kind of have this one coming, and at the same time, what are you gonna do? What are you just gonna turn around and smack the kid? You know what I mean? Just gonna fuck the kid up. The kid's gonna come back. You know what I mean? You just killed his
Smoke
family.
the kid because he's upset you killed his mother and he doesn't like understand what's going on.
Exactly.
You're probably right. He had to have let that happen, but
mm-hmm.
damn, feels bad, dude.
Dude, it's such a tough death, but I think that was so cool too that they just add that. You just watch it, and it was like seeing the flashback, old Benny, and then just that happen. I was like, damn, bro, this fucking hits so far. We were talking about like I've been very vocal about how nervous I am about how much they have to, animate and shit and adapt. 88 chapters and 12 eps. But so far, so good. So far, they are doing a good job, and it doesn't seem too rushed. So I'm happy with the season so far. First 4 eps were solid, very good.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't feel like the pacing is off or moving too fast. Like, I'm just enjoying what we're getting, but like the lore, I think, is really what I'm enjoying the most. You're like really learning about everything but the cataclysm because it still feels like a mystery.
Yeah.
But in the same sense that you're still unsure, like we are getting bits and pieces of it, like we did with Show and Arrow.
Yeah.
So like they're doing a great job so far, and yeah, we had discussed maybe the pacing might be fucked up because they have a lot to do, but so far they've done a great job, and I'm assuming it's 12 episodes. Like they're already a quarter of the way through, and they've done a good job. So I'm rocking with it.
Bro, another one that I think a lot of people are rocking with, especially after episode 2 finally dropped, Sentenced to be a Hero. So people were absolutely pissed off. They were nervous because, dropped an hour-long premiere. Then we take a break. Then we end up finding out episode 2 has like 900 studios involved. Well, that screams production problems. Everyone's like, all right, this is sentenced to be mid. It's going to be shit. It's going to be bad.
Oh, no.
What are we doing here? Right? But it ends up coming out. Episode 2 drops. They talked about, hey, guys, this break was always planned. You know what I mean? We just wanted to do a week break after a long premiere. Makes sense. It's smart. And episode 2 fucking hit. And it shut everybody up. And honestly, it just added more fuel to the fire of the hype that is Sentenced to be a Hero. It just got everyone talking more and more about it. The past 2 eps have been nothing but incredible. We have this little mining mission going on, and it has brought a lot of obstacles, introduced some new characters, and has been phenomenal. The King, bro, from start to finish, introduced to this guy. This guy's crazy. He's weird. Damn, I love this guy. I know he's being resurrected, but Bro, I know he's coming back, but damn, bro. Losing him already?
He was one of the best characters I've seen in a long time that we were like introduced to, and at first you're like, all right, whatever. Another member of the party. He's here to help Xylo, like, do this ridiculous, impossible, sketchy ass mission. But by like once you really get into it, and like the miners are getting overwhelmed, he has this speech that like really rallies everybody, and Xylo's like, what? My speech wasn't good enough? No, bro, it wasn't. I'm ready to run through a wall for that man.
Yeah.
That king that's not actually a king. Dude, he was so good. His character was both funny and like legit and badass. Like he's really a master of magic, and like it was so hard not to be like, yeah, this guy's a legend. Seeing him like hack through his leg, it was like the whole time it's like watching a Saw movie. You're like, what the fuck? Like, bro holds it down. So sick. I love the king, and even Tatsuya, the like mindless zombie
Dude,
looking
I
dude.
love him, dude. He's so fucking cool.
Everybody gets hit with the like tinnitus, and they're like, I can't think. And my man's just like, time to fucking square up. And he just starts dicing everything. It was like, and you could tell Xylo really loves those two guys because like they've done a lot of missions together. They have history. They're in the same situation. My man Tatsuya, that was great. Just episode 2 and 3, like I didn't know they had that many studios on it, which is definitely a red flag. Just exemplary. Love the animation, the colors. They did a really good job of like keeping it uniform through these 3 episodes.
Yeah, dude, it's been phenomenal. Like, it's been so fucking good. It's so enjoyable. Like, you worry, like, an anime starts that high, it fades out. You know, there's still time, but so far it's been exceptional. It's been really well paced. The action's there, and beautiful building of the story. I'm really starting to love too that one lady who's like the commander or whatever of like the knights, the royal knights or whatever. Because like
Yeah,
she's starting to come around, bro. She's starting to kind of see. She's like fuck, like
finally.
I want to see. She wants to save the miners. You know, she's a good person. And then she's like we can't. She's like, can you do it? And he's like, maybe. She's like, fuck it, you know, go for it. And you know, she's actually starting to look at him as like an ally. You know what I mean? As like, damn, this guy's doing a lot of good. He's strong as fuck. Like I could really use him instead of being like all high and mighty, like, oh my god, the heroes are shit. You know what I mean? Because that is a common thing where even the girl apologizes and he's like, yo, we don't do this for the credit. You know, everyone's gonna hate us regardless, even though he saved all of those miners, completely killed another demon lord in what 3 fucking episodes. We have 2 dead. Okay, sure. Makes sense. Bro, he's just eliminating them like they're nothing, right? Saves the town, but everyone's still giving him bad looks. It's like, you guys are fucking dumbass shit. Like, that's fucked.
I love that scene too, where like also the foreman he gets folded up. My man was literally like crippled. You're like, ooh, that guy's dead. He broke his back. Foreman's dead. But like at the end of it, you know, his like daughter and his wife are carrying him, and he's like, I don't mind those people. They don't get it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we could have died a way worse death than being saved by a lowly hero.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool way of kind of like, you know, you're starting to see how the heroes are getting some shred of respect, and
Yeah.
also the yeah, green-haired like military chief lady. She's finally starting to be like, all right, not only do I need these guys, but like they're also good people. Like they're saving the miners. They all rallied around them. It's like, all right, yeah, like they're not as bad as it's, you know, presented or being made to seem. So I really like that too, but it's hard not to love like the main cast. Like it's cool to see Xylo leaning on the goddess Terrorita. You know, she just sends those like wave of swords like around the corridor. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, she is badass.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of funny. She's like the perfect juxtaposition to Xylo. She's like, yep, all right, you can praise me. Like, I am pretty amazing. And everyone's like, oh my God, thank you, thank you. And Xylo's always just like smacking his lip, like, oh God, so annoying. I love their dynamic, dude. So good.
Well, like, you kind of get where he's coming from, bro, because he's like, he lost a goddess before because she got corrupted because she overdid it with her powers. And now you have a goddess who's very eager to use her powers, and he's like, bro, just chill the fuck out. Don't use them. And then she's like, I'm here, bitches. Used her power, and then wants praise for it. And he's like, bro, like, you gotta, like, what? You didn't listen to a fucking word I said. He's already foreseeing that he's gonna have to, like, put down another goddess because they got corrupted and started to turn and shit. So you can kind of see where his frustration comes from, even though everyone around is like, oh, she's amazing, she's so good, like she's so powerful, this is incredible. And it's like, bro, I feel for him. But like you were saying too, like it's so easy to love these characters. Like what's insane is that like at first you don't really fuck with the king, right? But he's just weird. He's just kooky. He's like, what is this guy? Like he's a little crazy, right? And you're like, why is Xylo like playing along with it? Why is he going around calling him like your highness and shit like that? And then we get like an extra episode with him. You know what I mean? We're like, I do the same thing. Like, if I was in this position, I'd play along with it too. Like, bro,
That's my king, bro.
you know what I mean? So that's the funny part is that even as viewers, we are in the same boat as like that commander chick because we're like we get these impressions of these guys that isn't always accurate at first, right? But then the more we get to know them, the more we see them, we're like, yo, I heavily fuck with these guys. They're all so fucking cool, so funny, and all badass. So I think that that's like a nice little touch, you know what I mean? That we're also kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah, dude, like I would say whatever we are, 3 or 4 episodes in, like
Yeah.
really, really good. There's no reason not to like stick with it and keep watching it. I really want to know like how the kind of like ruling class or the kings or whoever sentenced Xylo to be in this position in the first place, kind of how that happens to them or like what happens to them and how that all plays out. Like there's still a ton of potential, and
Yeah.
even though it's fun like watching, you know, Xylo and the gang kind of like get through these ridiculously sketchy situations, I'm really excited to see how like the story kind of formulates or like what we get out of season 1. Yeah, awesome characters. That guy is my king too. He is definitely your highness. Just a legend character, and Tatsuya was awesome. Everybody like really has a role, and I'm sure we'll see like the younger boyish character from episode 1.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna be
sure we'll
back.
see him come around. Yeah, definitely.
Bro, that was funny too because the one hero was like, yo, I'm not going in the mines. Like, you know, you guys have fun. We saw him again this episode. He's like, yo, you guys did it. Nice job. I'm like, yo, you're such a piece of shit. Like,
I hate you.
yeah, like are you fucking kidding me? As he's sitting there like kicked back, like eating, like yo, it's like you're the reason why we have a bad name, bro. You're the reason why people hate us. Like, not a good look.
Literally.
But it's so funny how the king like hacks off his leg and like, yo, I hope you got a good one. Hope they gave him one of the good legs. You know what I mean? So they have to like reattach
Give
him.
him a good prosthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to like reattach a new one before they bring him back. And I'm like, yo, like low key, he deserves the best of the best. They're right on that one. But so far, 3 episodes in, phenomenal. It's so unbelievably good. The animation's amazing. The story is amazing. Like again, we talk about it all the time. These new premieres are on another level. They're built different. I say it like every single week so far. Like Sent Us to Be a Hero, Cleave Test is like my like adjacent, similar one from last year. Very, very good as well. Super excited for that. I think season 2 is coming out this year, so something to be excited about. But definitely really excited to see the rest of the season of Sent Us to Be a Hero. I had a lot of faith and a lot of, hype for it. It's going to be absolutely insane, but I also would love to see how the next couple seasons are going to go. Like, I can't wait to see this, pop up when we talk about next year, the year after. We're like, yo, season 2, like, let's go. Like, it's going to be one I'm definitely looking forward to when we look at what's coming up,
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like we've got like a really good list of animes that, may not be at the forefront of like production or studios or whatever. But, in like 2 or 3 years when you get another season, we're going to be like, oh man, that first season was amazing. Can't wait to dive back into it. But hopefully the first season finishes strong. Yeah. I have no reason not to believe it won't, because premieres these days, I feel like such an old head saying this, but like, back in my day, we didn't get premieres like this. Seasonal excellence. Yeah. Dude, it's so good. And Sentenced to Be a Hero absolutely fits that bill.
Dude, another one that was actually like pretty solid. I guess the last thing we're going to be talking about this episode, because these episodes are going to be pretty packed. There's so much to talk about. But Tamons B side, absolutely a treat for the past couple of weeks. Bro, we have the other group member that's getting involved. Bro's a piece of shit. Bro's an asshole. And now he's trying to take Tamon's girl. What is up with that? By the way, also, what's up with her, like, not wanting to be friends with him? Because he keeps being like, oh, like, we're friends. Like, and she's like, for now. And it's just like, I'm your housekeeper. Like, she's very adamant. Like, you're Tamon, I'm housekeeper. We're not friends, bro. And it's like, dude, like, why can't you just be this guy's friend? Like, relax.
And, like, the whole dynamic they have where, like, his idol side, he's like, oh, yeah, like, can't wait to spread my love to all my girlfriends and all my fans out there. And she's like, it's fucking asshole. And then, like, when they're together, he's like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. That's my girl. Yeah. And, like, every time she's, like, fawning and falling over him, like, that juxtaposition, that dynamic is so funny. But, like, I said this to you before we hopped on the pod. I'm like, it was, like, literally a softball. You could have seen this coming. I'm like, another member from the group's got the hots for, but he's, like, a total piece of shit. Mm-hmm. He literally is, like, in Tamon's house, and he's, like, right in front of him, like, yeah, fuck this guy. Why don't I become the focal point of the group? And then you can start cleaning my house. All right, bro, like, your man's right there. Your bandmate's right there. So immediately I'm like, yeah, not a fan of this guy. But I loved when she threw him out of the house for, like, hitting our king's scalp, or however she phrases it, for hitting him with the fan sign. I thought that was really funny, but yeah, really good dynamic. And I thought it was interesting kind of how they brought in the other member, and like how that's like, especially at the summer festival, how it's kind of like a love conflict kind of thing, like he's chasing her.
Bro, it was so funny because he ends up hitting Tamon, like just fucking around, you know what I mean? But dude, just such an idiot. Bro, she goes postal. She goes like very quiet, very dark. She becomes like Mikey from fucking Tokyo Revengers, and just
grabs him.
Yeah, and just fucks him up. I'm like, bro, she's kind of sketchy. You gotta be careful around her, man. She will fucking. Oh, Tamon's like, oh, I'm not fucking with her, bro. I'm not pissing her off. We're staying on her good side. But that was so fucking funny. The entire episode was them at the festival, and it's like, hey, I want to like experience what like love is, right? And that's where she's like, yeah, I guess we'll like be friends for this. But then he's like, am I in love with you? She's like, we're not friends. You're getting ahead of yourself. You're not thinking straight. Like, don't worry about it. It's misplaced feelings. Don't trust. And he's like, oh, okay. Right. I love how they have this whole night, right? All these moments, like such great times, learning experiences, and then it shows the next contest for what's going to happen, of who's going to be the front face, right? And it's a physical one, and she's like cheering him on. She's like, yeah, that's our time on with her friends, and then she thinks to herself like, wait, why the fuck were we at the festival? I thought you had to write like a love song or some shit. Why? Because the whole thing of them being there was to prepare him for the next round. Because he needs to know what love is, to know what heartbreak is. And she's like, this has nothing to do with it. Why do we do that? And I'm like, bro, it's just so good. Like, that's so true.
You have no idea what Tamon's thinking. Like, when he's in idle mode, like gloomy horror is one thing, and like she definitely is like teaching about love, and like he
Mhm.
definitely has feelings for her, and like you can see that when the other member is like trying to basically pull her away from him.
Yeah.
He's like, no, like I need you, like I care about you, nah. But then he goes into his idol mode, and she's like, yo, like, what do you mean girlfriends? This motherfucker didn't learn anything about love, which
Yeah.
is funny because like he definitely did. But she's like watching with her friends, and they all have to be like super excited, and she's like, said I was his girlfriend. Like, what are you talking about here? Super funny.
Bro, I cannot wait for more. It's so fucking funny. It's so good. And I like how it's like a different spin on a lot of like, because we're getting a lot of idol stuff recently, which I've been loving.
Yeah,
But like, it's a different spin, different perspective, different take on everything. Both of it being a guy group, and it's like it's a super fan that like is involved in their life, but like helpful. You know what I mean? Like doing a lot for them. Like it's insane. It's been really good. It's been super funny, and the past episodes have been hilarious. Like I said, them going to the festival trying to find out what love is, so they can know how to do a breakup song, and then have it not be about that at all, bro. And her realizing that, because I didn't think of it either. I saw the physical thing, and he won, and it's like, oh yeah. And it's just like, wait, why the fuck were we at the festival? And I'm like, wait, yeah, that makes perfect like. Taiwan just wanted a date. He just wanted to go check out a festival and use it as an excuse. Like he's sneaky, bro. He knows what's up.
and like you never know like what angle he's coming from, if it's gloomy horror or if it's like
Yeah.
actual idol Tamon like coming at her,
Mm-hmm.
which like you kind of feel more related to the MC. Like you really don't know what's going on, so I love it. I think it's really good. I would say it's probably my favorite of like the romances and kind of like love stories this
Mm-hmm.
season. Big fan of like Moonlit Dusk, but Tamon's B-side is too much fun, and as a big idol K-pop fan, I
Just a
can
little bit.
you know, she's totally valid. This will happen to all of us someday. We'll meet our idols and fall in love and take them to yeah, yeah, very realistic. Okay, all right.
Bro, like it's so good. And my favorite thing is that like we have three of them that we've been like looking at that are like the romances and shit. Like I've been enjoying all three. Dude, the best have yet to even come. You know, this year we're getting even better ones. Like it's gonna be absolutely insane. I'm all for it. Not only is Winter just absolutely stacked and delivering some of the best anime we've like ever had, but this year in general is going to be absolutely insane. So I mean, what a week, am I right? Like so good.
Dude, it's as good as it gets. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
have everything you could ask for. You have legendary animes. You have great premieres. You have really funny and captivating romance, like comedy, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just dive in and dive in as deep as you can because there's so much depth to this season. You literally cannot watch it all. It's just amazing. I'm loving every minute of it. Kind of wish I didn't have to go to work though. I think that's a whole scam. Stay home and watch anime all day would be much better. But
Yo, we're
yeah,
hoping for the storm. No, like we're hoping for a storm so we can just sit there and just watch anime the whole fucking day for a week because we're supposed to have like a week of just
we're
nothing.
supposed to be snowed in. We were supposed to be snowed in for days. Here
Yeah,
I am back at work the next day. Unacceptable.
bro.
Unacceptable.
That was prepaid anime watching time. Like, where are we gonna get that back? Like, we got fucked. That's bullshit. But anyways, hope you guys are absolutely enjoying this season so far. Each week, we're just getting some top tier, incredible anime. It is so fucking enjoyable to watch. So we hope you guys are enjoying it. But that is it. We'll see you guys next week. And later, guys. Peace.
Peace.